Hi, welcome back to Alex Talking. I love going to the movies, and I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, visiting my family. And today, after a 7-hour drive, while I waited for my parents to get home from work, I decided to go straight to the Lindsay Theater and check out Spike Lee's latest joint, a remake of an Akira Kurosawa film called High and Low, called Highest to Lowest, which has been one of my most anticipated movies of the year, quite simply because Spike Lee is right there with Clint Eastwood and the Coen brothers as my favorite filmmaker. And yeah, if there was a chance I could see a movie of his in the theaters, even though it's going to Apple TV in 2 weeks, yeah, I'm going to do that. And that was a treat to get to see it on the big screen. And let's talk about it. So this is a very interesting reimagining, a reinterpretation, retelling of High and Low. And I thought it ruled. I'm sitting great with it. In the moment, the first half hour or so really takes a second to get used to. You've got to settle into the movie's vibe, and it's strange at first. This is a bizarre movie in a lot of ways, to be honest, but it sits with me really well because it's so unique, has great visuals, one of the best scores of the year, a powerful Denzel performance. I don't know who A$AP Rocky is, but I thought he was really good in it. In a very genius Spike Lee kind of way. Like, I thought that's a very difficult performance to do, very difficult lines to deliver. It can feel really stilted at times, but it worked for me, honestly. I think this is more like an Inside Man meets Bamboozled than anything close to like Black Klansman, which is just not what I necessarily went in expecting. I hadn't seen a trailer for this or anything because I like to go into movies that I'm excited for blind. And I just thought this was so unique and weird and beautifully original in a way that I didn't expect a remake retelling of a movie to be. It hits the same like sort of moments at times and stuff like that, but it's so modern, so New York City, the Bronx. Like, it was one of those things. It's funny. Shout out Letterboxd. I'm on Letterboxd, Magnolia fan. I'll link it down in the comments. I have a tag there called Been There for places I've been where they filmed, and I recognize so much of New York here just because I live so close to New York. I've been so many times. And I went to the Bronx last September to go to a Yankees game, and I was like, yeah, there's Yankees, like literally Yankee Station, that subway platform. Thought all that was super cool. The actual story was very fun and weird in the way that I hate to keep calling it weird, but it's like it had Chekhov's music artist at the beginning, if you know what I mean. Like, it had all these different weird intricacies to it, and the way things were paid off, and like very specific scenes with very specific lines was all. It's like patient writing, and like you've got to wait because some of it can just seem really weird and bizarre and dumb, even to the degree of how like the handoff and the big scene like that goes. But if you're on the movie's wavelength, which I was, and the whole theater are full of people who were laughing, mind you, a Jeffrey Wright line about insurance in the third act got roaring laughter in this theater. We were all on the same page of the movie. We were all laughing, and it's more comedy than thriller, but the thriller moments are still good. It's still good. That's kind of how I compared to Bamboozled. Bamboozled's a really great thriller and makes you feel sick when you watch it with how stressful it is. And that's not at all what this is. But it's kind of got that same balance of still being a comedy at the same time. Definitely lighter hearted fare than Bamboozled, but I thought this was a very fun movie. I've, comparisons to Thief of Joy, so I was going to say I wouldn't say it's anything near my favorite Spike, but I've seen 23 of his movies. Out of the 23, I don't like 3 of them. So it's in good company as definitely one that I give a thumbs up to. And I'd highly recommend you check out Highest to Lowest. If it's in the theater near you, definitely go see it there. And if not,